Okay, so I got given a £3 coupon to try Tesco flavoured ice creams. Yeah, not value. But there was also some 50p coupons to give to family or friends now because I'm stuck staying with my mum and my sister's children, so her nieces and nephews. It's understandable that we would do an online shop together, so it's a bit silly that I couldn't use the 50p coupon to get some additional cones and a tub of value vanilla ice cream as well. Instead I could only use my £3 coupon. It wouldn't let them work in conjunction, whereas if you went in the store they would always allow you to use them together, which is really ridiculous. So yeah, ended up just getting the ice creams for myself and not being allowed to purchase ice creams for other people, which they'd have still made money on 30p on top of the 50p coupon for the ice creams for the value ranges. And it just seems silly that I couldn't do that. But anyway, my choice, I was considering doing the cookie dough one, because that is my favourite flavour in the Ben & Jerry's, but considering it's £3 for the Tesco cookie dough, the same sort of size, and you can usually get Ben & Jerry's on offer for £2.50 or less, especially on the Birmingham markets. And the other one I might have considered was the Sicilian lemon. Again, £3 for a Ben & Jerry's sort of tub. It didn't seem worth it for the coupon when there were other options, and mint chocolate ice cream was one of my other favourites. Disappointingly not very minty. It's more chocolatey, which is really bad for minty. But 2 for £3.50, so ended up paying 50p. And I've got a caramel and vanilla one as well. Now there are downsides to this. You'll notice that they layer it very unusually. It's like the topping has all the topping and then it's just plain ice cream underneath, so you get a scoop of very plain vanilla ice cream on the bottom, but the top has got all the caramel sauce and fudge pieces, and I'd rather have it swirl through the entire thing. Sure, it looks pretty, but by the time you've scooped it and put it on your bowl, it's upside down, or if you're doing it in a cone, you know, you've not got it on the topping. So perhaps if they did it upside down, so all the sugary stuff was on the bottom, you could scoop it into your thing with the plain ice cream, filling your cone, or filling the bowl, and then just sit a bit of that on top, rather than have to perhaps sit it elsewhere in the main thing and then do it. Because you get a big thing full of mostly caramel and mostly fudge rather than the plain ice cream, and then there's just all that plain ice cream underneath. If you've got sensitive teeth, you probably can't do what I was just doing and chew the ice cream. But for the sake of time, the fudge, obviously, is fudge, and it's really nice and fudgy. You do get mostly the fudge flavour coming through, then a bit of the caramel, even though there was a big scoop of the caramel sauce in that. And the ice cream is still really creamy, and when you just get the ice cream on its own, it is really vanilla-y. But it just seems a bit silly that the bottom is just ice cream, and then there's that scooped on the top. Why wouldn't it mix throughout as it really should be? I would prefer it rippled through rather than, oh look, it looks attractive in the tub, which you're not going to sit on your table or something. I mean, 900 millilitres, unless you've got a really massive family, that doesn't really seem like something that you would just sit out on the table. You're going to scoop it into portions and not just sit an entire tub to go and melt and be wasted because no one's going to finish it. And even then, you know, showy for nothing. And you have the same problem with the mint ice cream, which I'm struggling to open, where it's all chocolate and chocolate syrup on top and then mint ice cream underneath. I'm sure the mint ice cream has some flecks of chocolate chips in it, but still not very minty even when you have just that without the chocolatey sauce. And the dark chocolate chips that are spread on top are very, very dark. I mean, they're looking flaky and wafery, but they're very bitter and dark. Like I say, even just having that on its own, it's still minty, but not as minty as it should be, especially for, sure, it's just a plain old Tesco brand. It's not value mint ice cream, so it shouldn't be as unminty as this. You want a mintier mint ice cream, or at least I do. You used to be able to get that, but not so much these days, which is really disappointing. So maybe I'm biased because it used to be my favourite ice cream, but you know, I just want a mintier mint ice cream. And if you have a scoop off the top, the chocolatey sauce and the dark chocolatey chips just overpower it, and you don't really taste the mint at all. And like I say, they're needlessly showy. I mean, if it carried on throughout, then sure, but like that, it just doesn't. Oh, I hate needlessly showy things when you're not going to be able to get the effect through the actual ice cream. So no, that's not a win for me. That takes off points. So yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you prefer that and like that, I'd prefer it on the bottom if that was the case, so you could scoop that on top of something, or you know, just scoop it out and then it's showy on the presentation side. But as it is, that's awkward to make the presentation side, and it's needless, it's lazy. It's just like the factory is just squirting it on top after rather than mixing it into the ice cream to save effort and money. Okay, maybe that is the truth, it's a money saving device rather than being for any other particular reason. It's why layered salads are really like that. They don't have to mix it, they just chuck it all in one ingredient at a time. It saves money and it's efficient, but yeah, they market you in other ways. That being said, it's ice cream, and you can't really go wrong with ice cream, especially 2 tubs for 50p. Sure, they're 2 for £3.50 for normal people, and £2 each, which seems premium really. I mean, especially for a normal ice cream, just £2 for a tub, and then that encourages you to buy more. And I would rather it be mixed in properly, so you get the full effect and not silliness like this. It's hard to put in cones as well, like that. I mean, it'll just be really unusual. It's like you'll either have that in the bottom or halfway through all mixed and not sit on top. Unless you're going to deliberately scoop a big scoop off the top to sit on the side, and then where do you put it in the meantime? Do you sit it in the lid? You can't fill your cone in the meantime with the stuff that's underneath. So yeah, thank you for watching, and if you like Tesco ice cream, go get some. There's plenty of other varieties. There's so much on there that you can find, and even on the website doing the search, typing in Tesco ice cream, you get less Tesco ice creams than if you just put ice cream. Some of the Tesco branded ice creams don't come up if you put Tesco ice cream, but if you put ice cream in the search, sure, you get them. And it's easier than looking in the local store, because the local store's pretty useless. Let's just say that for variety. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.